Ooh, what's up, jobbers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker podcast. As always, is Nestlemania alongside for the ride is a man that would never, ever just throw up after seeing Zoe snap her leg, JC.
Yeah, that looked painful. Shout out Zoe. Prayers to Zoe. Hopefully a speedy recovery because that woman has had very bad luck with knee injuries.
The minute I saw that, I just went, you know how I am about cringy stuff, but like that was rough for her.
Yeah, instantly you could tell. I was just like with the Tatum injury. Like instantly, I was like Achilles with Zoe. I was like, oh my god, knee. So
here's hoping that's not the end of her career because that's a tough one to come back from.
yes, sir.
Anyway, we have a lot to talk about. We've got Saturday night's main event. We've got Double or Nothing. We've got a lot of wrestling to talk about, and we watched all of it, so you don't have to. I don't know why we do this to ourselves, but here we are. Basically, we start in the Shine, JC, but we can start wherever you want if you want to change it up.
Yeah, we can start in the Shine and Nestlemania. We're entering Money in the Bank season, and that means we got people qualifying. And Jacob wouldn't say it, but I'll say it. I love you, Solo. And I also love Roxanne Perez. So boom, boom. Alexa Bliss also qualified. But yeah, Money in the Bank season, Nestlemania. This is what can reinvigorate me a little bit here because I talked about last week how I have a little bit of the post-mania kind of fatigue. But Money in the Bank season, it's like, okay, I got ladder matches in my future, which always gets me going again. But I did love Solo qualifying because, Solo, I think, is someone who could win it. Would be a fun winner. But also, I think he's someone that, he's kind of been overlooked after he really carried it last year. So he's the right guy for this. And then obviously for the woman, Alexa always makes sense. And then Roxanne was someone I would love to see it as well, because guess what, Nestlemania, she is the future. She is the prodigy, and she's in the ladder match as well.
I think you're also burying the lead here.
Oh, yeah?
There was a backstage segment with Roxy that I almost labeled this entire podcast Nuggets and Apples, because she gifted the Judgment Day with nuggets and apples. And I was like, that was great. And my other thought was, oh my, is Dom going for the triple header here? You know what I mean?
Could you imagine?
Just from one to the other to the other. Unfucking real if that's the case, right? Like, we need to freshen up Dom a little bit. Anybody else down there? Let's bring him Stephanie back here.
I love this dynamic because I was like, how can they make this Finn thing like continue to carry momentum? And this was like the perfect way to do it. Like using the new member thing against him, trying to get someone on his side. You can see that it's going to be more cracks for it, but obviously the box of chicken nuggets was a great touch. And even more is like, after obviously Raquel has a history with Roxy and she's loyal to her girl Liv, so she knows what's going on here. But Dom's just sitting there eating the nuggets, just nonchalantly. It's just like, this is good, but it just. I'm enjoying this because we talk about this. I feel like Judgment Day for the last 2 years is like, how do they keep it interesting? And they continue to just find different ways to weave it in and, do little things here and there, mix and match members, and it works.
You know what's blowing my mind is there's a chance. There's a chance that Judgment Day lasts longer than the Bloodline. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because I mean the Bloodline's pretty dead right now.
It's been dead. It's dead.
Yeah, Judgment Day has never truly died. They literally got rid of their top 2 members and they got even stronger because they just like you add Liv and and there you go. But yeah, no, that is a crazy thing.
Because I think it's WrestleMania 38 is when it started, right?
Yeah, I think we're approaching like over 3 years around. It's crazy.
Yeah, if we get to 4.5, they win, baby. So kind of acknowledge the So I didn't want to step on your toes. There's a lot going on here in the Money in the Bank season. There's a lot going on. You're very excited for Money in the Bank. It's one of your favorites of the year. It's one of my favorites of the year. It's a nice thing. I was surprised, but not really, that Solo got in based on what was happening in that match. Obviously, we talked about poor Zoe. Mommy qualified as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So that seems like the foregone conclusion. But Roxy with that briefcase would be interesting as well.
Rhea ain't winning. She don't need it.
Okay. But she wants her title back. It seems like they're going to make her work for it. So, never know.
Make her work for it, baby. That's what you got to do. That's where the money is.
Okay.
Work. You got to make them work.
So what else did you enjoy then?
You know what is like my favorite thing?
No.
Rusev vignettes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. It's like those things, the second they come on, I am just glued to my television. He fucking made a promo about fucking Tozawa. Super interesting. It just like this was like when he did these in AEW, like these Redeemer promos. I love them too. I love that he's brought him right to WWE, like just evolved version of that character even more so. And it just like and they advertised the Rusev Tozawa match like 4 times during Raw. I'm like, this is just. I mean, it's great. I am probably not going to change my name from the Redeemer and for a very long time because it's just I love these vignettes. He could never wrestle again and give me these vignettes once a week, and I would be so satisfied more than anything I could imagine.
I'm just surprised they keep giving him vignettes, but they're definitely slow playing it. So where else are they going to go with them? So Nestle's hairline is as strong as Zoe Stark's leg. It's offensive for more than one person on that burn. Yikes. I mean, my hairline's pretty thick. I don't know about that poor girl's leg, but that's not very nice there, Joe. The other Joe, since Joe Stopper was here first. No offense, but thanks for calling me out for my beautiful hair. Anything else, JC, that you enjoyed this week?
Oh, you're just making me go through all of them. Huh? Well, Fraxium beat DIY in a banner. I mean, we're gonna be doing this every week that Fraxium wrestles. It's just like I don't think they're capable of not putting on a banner. And with the teams they have lined up for them to put on banners with on SmackDown. Sorry, Sheamus, but I'm going to steal your bit. They're going to put on banner after banner after banner. Need I go on?
No, but the one thing I really did enjoy about this match was Ciampa just kind of like overselling and kind of fucking up all over the place, but like in a good way. Like I was just comically enjoying it. It was really, really funny. But again, great match. Then the Guns come back out for the save. And it seems like we've got Fraxium versus Profits next week for the tag titles. I don't think that they're going to win.
DIY is going to attack.
I don't know.
We're going to be leading to yet probably another multi-person tag team match. I can see Money in the Bank like, oh, you want a third ladder match? Let's do it again.
Yikes. I don't know. It's something about Fraxium where it's just like, you can't anticipate it. Like eventually they're going to have a bad match, right?
No. They're incapable of it. Because believe me, we have tried since the beginning of this to hate on this team because of fucking Math Boy. And it's just physically impossible because they're so fucking good.
Well, do you think they're going to be tag champs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I don't think they need to rush it, but
I just feel like the Guns didn't get their shit back in some way. So I feel like the Guns might turn heel eventually, but they got a great song and a presentation. So I don't know. Maybe they'll just be fine where they are. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because I still think we're getting a shakeup at some point. I don't know. Maybe they wait till after SummerSlam at this point or something, but it's because they're just signing people to Raw and SmackDown as we've seen the last couple weeks. But it feels like there will be some sort of shakeup because we've talked about it. Like there's like 3 teams on Raw and they're fighting next week, coincidentally. But on SmackDown, there's a ton of tag teams and there's way more depth. So I think once that 3-hour window ends is when maybe we'll see the shakeup because they're going to be like, we're going to need more on Raw because that is now the longer show. So you can always flip the machine guns over there and stick them in the ring with New Day and people will be happy with that.
The Joe Stopper says, I just don't want the Guns in WWE. No hatred, just no need. Look, I mean, they're not for everybody. I love Alex Shelley, so I'll always, support Alex Shelley. But Joe, you could be right. Maybe people are fatigued by it. I don't know. But the tag team division seems like it's getting some love, at least on SmackDown. A little bit on Raw. It could be a little bit more on Raw, but we're getting there. Yeah,
no, they're still so new here, so I'm surprised to see you say that, Joe, because I feel like no one else has that fatigue yet. That's something we get eventually, but it's just like they're so. Has it even been a year? I don't even think it's been a year. They showed up like in the summer, right, or the fall. So there's so many matches for them left in that tag division where it's just like I want to see these. So yeah, no, I'm all for them coming around and sticking around.
You hear that, Joe? You're wrong. Wrong. Anything else that you thought was very exciting there, JC?
I will say this. Just alone, the standalone pop for CM Punk and them singing his song until they brawled was an incredible shine moment. Like that is just like, it just like people can say whatever they want about Punk. And I continue to say, this is my favorite version ever of CM Punk. This version since he's come back. This everything we got is my favorite ever. And it's just like, I'm not alone because that fucking reaction that he gets on a random fucking Monday and wherever the fuck they were.
That was Greensboro, North Carolina, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Still, it's just like, that alone, like that's shine worthy because that's something where it's like, I watch it and I'm like, I kind of watch it again, pick up the phone, find the clip, watch it again. So
I'm not going to say this out loud, but you can read the comment.
JC, I can't wait for you to see Saul Ruka tonight. OMG. Okay. I'll read out loud.
Apparently, JC is going to have a pants-off dance-off.
Well, I saw Lola was on right as we started, and it made me want to change the channel from us to NXT as well. So don't do that, guys. Stick around, please.
Oh, huge wangs in the house. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, that's where it is. Look, there's a lot that we can get to here. Is there anything else that you're very excited about?
Meh.
No, okay. I'll say this much. I am in love. 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 With The Miz being the hype man for Melo. I kept thinking to myself, The Miz has done everything. Double-time Grand Slam champion. He's just doing what they ask him to do. But as I was watching him in the promo, leading him up to it, and then outside the ring, all I kept thinking about was, good God, is this man, if he wanted to, could be one of the best managers of all time. When he's done, when he's all said and done wrestling. He just gets it. And I'd really enjoy watching him because it's just something about him where he's got that punchable face. He's got no redeeming quality. And he's just a good mouthpiece for people who not necessarily are, not that Melo's bad on the mic. He's pretty good, but it's just, he gives him that extra flair, that piece of just larger than lifeness that he probably needs at this moment to be more successful than he already is.
Yeah, Melo needed something to stand out, and it was a great decision by Triple H and Co to stick the Miz with him because Melo don't miss. But no, you could tell because came up last year. He's been on the main roster for a year. He's had great matches, but it's just like he hasn't got to that next level. And with the Miz, like the Miz is an elevator. I say it all the time. He's the complete opposite of what you say about Charlotte. He I was always just elevating everyone around him, whether he's on their side or against them. That's just what he does. So with Melo, it makes sense, and it's going to continue to get better. This does feel a little repetitive, this storyline right now, because it's like the same thing every week. I could watch Miz take a black mass every week though, because he fucking sells that thing so goddamn good. But yeah, I enjoy the dynamic. I'm just ready for that story to progress a little bit.
Joseph says it's 8:45, too early for the Miz talk. How dare you? How dare you? This is the shine.
This is normally much deeper in the podcast, but we had a late start today.
Yes, exactly. Life has a way of being different and difficult. So it is what it is. But Joseph, you should really get on the Miz train. Woo, 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 baby. And it's fun. He's fun to watch.
I would just say it's awesome.
It's awesome. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's why you're you and I'm me.
Yeah.
I fumble, you score. Right?
I scoop and score off your fumble.
Fumble, score. Fumble, score. That's what it is. Okay, there it is. There's a lot of good stuff in my opinion.
I am shocked there is something you haven't put in your shine yet. Shocked.
Which would be what? Talk about it.
Your girl.
What about what?
Might have had one of the matches of the week.
Pray tell.
Okay, so you clearly didn't like this match if it's not coming to your mind. The internet loved this match, and the internet never loves Nia Jax matches.
Listen.
This match was good. This was Tiffany's best match on the main roster. So there haven't been many to choose from, but it's one of those, like, I didn't want to see this match, but I watched it because everyone was saying how good it was, and I was like, you know what? They finally figured something out. These two figured out their chemistry, and it translated in that main event.
You all done with your shine?
Oh, you're going to the Heat because Nia didn't win? Wow.
No. It has nothing to do with that. I won't go into the Heat here, but I will say this much. I was shocked when I saw the steel chair shot and then backstage, the bloody mess that happened at the end of it. And I was like, I know in the moment it probably made the match even better. But as somebody that has taken shots to the head and not necessarily the best, it was a great match. But all I kept thinking about was Tiffany Stratton needs to know how to fucking drop kick a chair without killing somebody.
Here we go.
Because like her drop kicks are fucking terrible. Like she doesn't know how to throw a working drop kick. As you can tell, as there's a giant gash over the top of her eyebrow, and she's just beating people left and right. Put your hand up. That's all I'm gonna say. I just thought it was a bad look, but the match was great. I thought watching her kick out after the Annihilator was fantastic. I thought just the way that the match progressed was good. The crowd, if you watch the crowd, that's what we talk about. Put it on mute. That's to me the measuring stick. You can tell me it's a good match, a bad match. I can tell you it's a good match or a bad match. It's irrelevant. It's an opinion. But if you put it on mute and you see that crowd standing and getting into it, then that's all you need to know. Plain and simple. That match, the crowd was on their feet. So there you go. It was fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Minus the finish, of course.
Shame on you for not putting it higher in your shine.
No, I refuse to because that dropkick is lethal. Lethal,
well, hey, I will say Nia Jax knows a little something about hurting someone and making their career go to the next level. So she should be thanking Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, sure. Okay. You want to talk? You want to?
That's the funniest thing about Nia. You love her, but she is the reason Becky Lynch exists as she exists, who you hate. So your favorite thing caused the thing that caused you the most upsetness. It's delicious. That's the
everybody has a villain.
That's story. The Nestle curse, baby.
Everybody has a villain story, right? An origin story. That's mine. All right, that's mine. So there you go. All right. Anything else you want to get heaty? Get him up my TV. Get him up my TV. Get him up my TV. Since we talked about her. Well, there was the triple threat match between Becky, Natty, and Roxy. And I just want to state here, I know you already talked about Roxy, and that's fine. She won. Congratulations. There was a lot going on in this match that I just did not enjoy. And I was just thinking to myself, God damn it. Like, Matthew from Botchamania is going to enjoy the fuck out of this match. Like, just listening to Becky on the outside of the apron, yelling, screaming at Roxy, being like, Roxy, you missed your cue, Roxy. And like, it happens. It happens. And nobody's perfect. But God damn it. This match was like, Danny texted us, right? Danny Grimwood, our boy, saying, listen, we can say all we want, but that manhandle slam, I was just like, God damn it. Like, I don't want to come, and this is where JC is going to say I'm a liar, but I don't want to come on this podcast every week and have something connected to Becky Lynch in
liar.
The heat. I don't want to.
About LA Knight, who we also haven't talked about yet.
I'm not. There's no relevance. No, I'm. The reason you could have put JC in the fucking in.
The only thing I like about him is his first name. We'll get to that.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying, woof. And here's the other thing too. Lyra attacking her, I get it to a certain extent, but it seems slightly heelish. And then at the end, do you see the cutaway when they go to like
returning from the person who took her out? That's not heelish.
Then at the end, did you see the clip where they cut back to them in the aisleway and she goes to throw her into the barricade, and instead of like turning her, she's like, whoa, and then goes into it. It's just like, just fucking miscommunication all over the board. Just fucking. I mean,
Becky Ambrose.
It's just. It is. It's so tiring. It's so tiring. I'm beating a dead horse. I don't want
to have Becky and LA Knight sponsored the Heat every week.
Oh my God. That'd be so much easier. They did a thing. Okay, moving on. They fucking suck. Let's move on. The leg drop sucks. The manhandle slam sucks. It's just like,
see, I know you hit on the leg drop, which I agree. It is terrible. But the manhandle slam bothers me so much more because I'm just like, oh my God.
It's not even, the thing is
how are you so bad at it? It's like I can do that move correctly. Like, it's just like,
it's because
the reason why The Rock did that move.
Like, it's literally because she's not committing to the move.
Yeah.
It's because she's picking her up Uranagi and not like really doing anything with it. There's nothing impactful about Becky Lynch. There's no oomph behind anything she does in the ring. Her words are elegant and fantastic. It's just when she gets in the ring, it's just like watching a rodeo clown. I can't help myself. So Joe Stopper saying Lyra in the sparkly shorts isn't threatening. So
threatening something.
Well, it's threatening a little bit of.
I don't think many people were complaining about that one.
Well, he's in his Snuggie right now, typing like an internet troll to me, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I did want to bring this up, JC, in the Heat, because immediately when I saw this, I just started giggling like a little kid when it was just like, "Hey, McIntyre, I'm tired of this feud. We're going to end it in a steel cage match." And I just went, what the fuck? Here we are in a match. This feud's actually been pretty good. But here we are back in a steel cage match for Saturday night's main event. And I just kept thinking to myself, what the fuck? Like, JC is going to be sitting there going, we're starting off Saturday night's main event with a steel cage match. Help me take off my bra. You know what I mean? Like, this is not exciting.
You know how I feel about steel cage matches. These two have great chemistry, but I don't. Yeah, I just don't. I'm glad it's the last match. Hopefully they're telling the truth.
I doubt it very much so, but it is what it is. Another head scratcher for me, which I mean, it wasn't a bad segment, but it didn't to me scream shine worthy. There was a lot of Jey Uso on this show. Obviously, he's the world heavyweight champion. That's fantastic. I like that there was the Logan Paul, the Gunther, and the Seth Rollins is the long-term plan, which God help us, please no, but that seems like the inevitable.
That's inevitable, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I don't know if that's really going to make much of a difference at this point. But I'm not really in love with this whole thing. Like the Logan Paul thing's fine. Like I dropped him 3 times. Gunther comes out and says like it's personal for me to beat Jay, and then he says stuff like if you take that away from me, it's personal between you and me, and I'm going to exploit you because at least he showed heart, pointing to Pat McAfee, which I was like, are we making him a baby face? Is there kind of like a gray area with Gunther? I don't know.
Well, if he's facing Logan Paul, he has to be a baby face.
Well, because they all want him to chop the shit out of him, you know what I mean? But it just feels like I like that they're setting things up. Like, okay, Money in the Bank's going to be Gunther.
Yeah, they told you the timeline.
You know what I mean? It seems like the SummerSlam will probably be Seth Rollins, but I don't know. There's like a weird gap with these PLEs. Like, I don't know if you've looked at the PLE schedule, but it's really bizarre to me. Like really bizarre because.
Well, the summer ones are always the most spaced out, but there's probably another Saturday night main event mixed in. But
well, it's weird to me.
I feel like these always because. Money, like you get the immediate backlash after Mania, then you get the gap to Money in the Bank, and then there's a gap to SummerSlam. Sometimes there's something in between, but it used to be like Battleground or some shit, but I think now they just skip it.
Well, NXT Battleground is May 25th. Saturday night.
Wrestling NXT took all the extra pay-per-views that WWE used to do that doesn't do anymore.
Yeah. But it's really weird to me because it's like, okay, there's going to be a draft looming, like you said. We got Worlds Collide June 7th. At 3 p.m. in Cali, and then we got Money in the Bank at night. We apparently have Night of Champions June, 3 weeks later.
That's in Saudi.
We supposedly have Evolution, the women's pay-per-view.
That's still a rumor.
July 5th is the date, supposedly. Then we have another Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
In July, a week later from that, which I assume will be all men heavy. And then we've got SummerSlam August 2nd and 3rd, which is essentially 3 or 4 weeks later. Clash at the Castle 3 weeks later in Paris. Clash in Paris, excuse me. And then we keep on rolling to like we got NXT stuff, but I don't even see a September pay-per-view. I see Crown Jewel in Australia in October, November Survivor Series War Games, but that's it. Like it's a weird spacing. It's a very weird spacing.
Yeah, no, I think when you mix in the international shows, you just have to, it makes it different because now they have so many international PLEs that you just have to schedule different. So I think that's part of it, but it's not as easy to just block it out, be like, oh, we'll be in this city here because there's a lot more things. But yeah, no, it is their schedule. It was kind of odd last year and it just seems like the new thing. But I think it's also, I mean, they have way less house shows now, so they can do things like this. So, but yeah.
It is what it is.
But you just reminded me that we not only do we have Saturday night's main event, not only do we have Double or Nothing, we also have NXT Battleground that's on Sunday as well.
Is it a Battleground? Really?
Yeah, 25th.
We didn't have those in the predictions, did we?
I don't know. Cross that road when we get there, Nestlemania.
Oh, we do have Battleground. We got 3 so far. Yeah. Shit. All right. We got to do 3 predictions?
Well, I see 4 matches on Battleground, doesn't know.
Okay, well, I got 3 in the fucking predictions, so it is what it is.
Does he not have Tony D and Stacks?
That would be it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they either added it. I think they added it like during the week or something. But Nestlemania, it's the name of the fucking show. You didn't put it in your shine. Jeff Cobb has a name. It's JC Mateo. I like the JC part. The Mateo part. You want to talk about Joe saying that Lyra's sparkly shirts weren't intimidating? Mateo is the least intimidating name I've ever heard in my fucking life. They should just fucking call him JC. I don't have it copyrighted. You can do it WWE, but I don't know what the fuck the Mateo is for because that just makes it sound like fucking Claudio Castagnoli.
He looks like Rhino in a shirt and pants.
Yeah, but he's not as cool as Rhino.
The other thing too is he doesn't look
more people at him.
Yeah, I was just like, who's the man? I used to fucking love Rhino. Loved Rhino. Still love Rhino. But anyway, when I was watching him, I'm like, he's wrestling in a shirt. And I understand it was like a impromptu and LA Knight didn't have his wrist tape and whatever. But I kept watching it. It was just like, I agree. JC by itself, perfectly fine. Obviously, we're fucking biased about JC. However, I will say this much. Watching him wrestle, he did okay, but he won't. Here's my other thing. He's perfect for this version of whatever the bloodline is or whatever you want to call it, because he's not going to outshine Solo. So
he's also 42 years old, so
right.
It's not like this is a guy that has like a big future. He's coming here at the end of his career. This is the perfect spot for him. He'll have some good matches. There's definitely matchups we want to see, meaty matches, but it's not like he's going to be like a future world champion or anything. No. Probably won't even be a singles champion in WWE. Who knows with the tags, what they do, but it's
I don't know. I hope it works because I want to see the Tongans back together and see him in full force. But it felt like ever.
Did you hear the other rumor?
No, please tell me.
So the Judgment Day split. It'll be Finn, Roxy. I forget who the other person was, but the fourth member of that was rumored to be Tongaloa for some reason. Come back as part of that. I was just like, is this a joke? It has to be a joke, right? But I thought it was fucking hilarious because I'm like, yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know. It's weird because I don't know how long he's out for. So I don't know how long Tam is out for. So
it just seems odd to me. Like they all have to stick together. You have to see them together at least once.
Well, yeah. You never know, Adam.
It's just
nothing is forever.
That's damn true. Yeah. Anything that really grinds your gears this week?
Yeah, my biggest heat of the week has nothing to do with Raw, SmackDown, AEW, or NXT. I'm going to Sunday Nestlemania because it was the finals of season 1 of WWE LFG, and they got the male winner right. So pretty much how it worked, for those of you who don't watch, is all through the season, like different guest people come in and like they pick who gets points, whatever. Undertaker won the trophy as the best coach, but the male was the guy, one of Booker T's guys, big dude. He's really good. I'm sure he was on NXT tonight. The girl one is where I had the problem because they gave it to the Olympian who the entire competition, they said she was underachieving. She wasn't doing this. She wasn't doing that. But for these final picks, Shawn Michaels got to pick. And the other girl is a 20-year-old named Zena Sterling, who was the standout for the woman of the season because the first episode, you've been like, this girl has no chance. But she was really fucking good in the ring. She learned so much. She showed depth of character. And even Bubba Ray, who was her coach, like just like it was whatever. HBK didn't pick her. He picked the fucking Olympian who wasn't good this season, probably just because she was Olympian. So to me, it's the first time ever I'm going to put Shawn Michaels in the heat. Because he just picked it because it's like, this is the person that I want to put on the roster right now, not the person who deserves to win this competition. So Shawn, I say that's bullshit. I think a lot of people watching thought it was bullshit. The other judges thought it was bullshit. Hell, the other competitors thought it was bullshit. But Tyra May still got the contract. She's on there. We'll see how she does. But the entire fucking show was every judge, including even her coach, The Undertaker, criticizing her for not being as good as she should be for being an Olympic gold medalist. So that was my biggest heat of the week. Absolute bullshit. Zena Sterling should have a contract. Granted, she's only 20 years old. She's going to be fine, but bullshit. Bullshit.
It's all a work.
No shit, but it's bullshit. They got the, like I said, they got the mail. Jasper Troy. It's a fucking stud. Stud. Absolute stud.
Joe coming off the middle rope saying, if anybody knows about underachieving, it's HBK. Wow. Yeah, I'd say middle rope because I don't know if you can climb the top rope. I don't know if you're
the show. That's what frustrated me about the show is because you have such a mix, which I thought was the cool part of like, there's some people who are more experienced and there's some people who literally like had their first matches on the show. So it's like, well, we know they're not going to win, but it's a good way to showcase like their journeys. And there were a couple of them like Serena Linton and Chris Island who were like standouts, but they just clearly weren't ready for this moment. But it's just like, this is someone who like literally was the best woman the last like 2 months of that show. She should be the winning of how the show went. She was better in their fucking match at MSG in front of the crowd. But he fucking picked the Olympian. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. I don't like
that's my biggest heat of the week.
I'm surprised you waited that long, but okay, that's fine.
No, I mean, I let you get your fucking Becky shit in. You didn't even shit on LA Knight. We just talked about JC Mateo's shitty fucking
I mean, the name, the look, the fucking just looking like Rhino in a fucking pantsuit. I don't know.
JC versus LA. JC LA. The 2-letter first name match.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Not one fucking person cares.
The crowd cares about LA Knight.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
There's one person who doesn't.
And that's who? NES. Boom.
TLE.
Like the chocolate, but sweeter. All right. Anyway, anything else that we should like to get hopeful?
No, I got nothing. Let's get hopeful.
Oh, you're my only hope. Would you like me to go first? Or would you like to go first? It is Money in the Bank season. I just want to give you the opportunity if you want to go.
I mean, mine's pretty fucking simple. And I'm probably going to change this every week in my hope because it's kind of fun that way. But Solo qualified for Money in the Bank this week. I want him to win the men's because I think it would be great. And I would love to see him win a world champion. And I know it would piss off the internet and they'd all fucking cry. So Solo, Money in the Bank winner. Boom. Female side, I want fucking Roxanne. This one to me makes the most sense. We kind of saw it last year with Tiffy, and we always say heel winners are better for Money in the Bank. Roxy is the perfect person to hold that for a little while, and then she can cash in on whoever. Maybe it's a cash in on Rhea when she finally beats Io at SummerSlam or whatever, and Roxy cash in or later in the year. But either way, she's a perfect fit for the briefcase. Boom. JC knows. JC's hopes come true. But yeah, every single week, whoever qualifies, I'm probably going to make a case for them. Sorry, Alexa and Rhea, you qualified in the wrong way because I ain't making cases for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Alexa's already won.
Yeah.
Rhea don't need it. So I mean, the front runner. I mean, I guess you.
As of right now, I would legitimately pick Roxy. And in the men's, well, there's only one person in it, I believe, and it's Solo. So
I love you, Solo.
I love you, Solo. I also, but I do want to say about Solo. We got like a vintage promo from him to kick off the show where we got his personality, and that's why I started to really fall in love with him last year. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. The dude is fucking hilarious, and we hadn't got that in a while from him, so that was nice to see. So yeah,
every time he does
Money in the Bank,
every time he goes,
yeah, great.
Like every time he does it, I'm just like he's just like no what I mean. Like it's just like he knows how to be a bad guy.
Who has more charisma? Which of the three Uso brothers? Who has the most charisma?
See, that's not a fair thing because are we talking about on screen or are we talking about overall? Because overall, I think Big Jim to me has more charisma overall as a person, I think. But it's weird because there's different.
I'm not talking about most over. I'm just talking about like raw charisma.
Solo has more charisma.
Solo had it within a instant. He literally had to play around like last year. It took Jay and Jimmy fucking 15 years to find it. So
right.
That's all I'll say.
Is Solo the best Uso?
That's not fair, but no, because no.
Keep in mind, there's like 150 of them.
Not yet. He might finish his career as the best Uso, but we'll see.
I'm not including.
Jay has a world championship now, so that gives him a leg up. Like he's proved it. So, but again, we'll see. Solo has a long way to go.
I just love the way Solo's facials are.
I think he's fucking hilarious. I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
Like
how fucking hilarious.
Like backstage in the fucking when what was it? I think Andrade and Rey Fenix are talking, and he just goes he's like, fuck, forget it. You don't even know what you're fucking talking about. No Espanol. I just walked away. I was just like, this fucking guy. I get entertained by it. That's the other thing too is he's gonna be so good the crowd's gonna love him.
Yeah,
it's gonna take him a while.
That day always comes. It always comes for everyone.
Everybody
we saw it happen at WrestleMania this year for Dom.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen for Solo.
It's gonna take him a couple of years, but god damn it, we're all gonna be on the Solo train. It's funny as hell.
Hop aboard.
Yes, we know that Arquette is a world champion, Joe. That doesn't mean anything.
He wasn't a fucking world champion in this company. It's in the past fucking dead company. That's why they're dead. That's why they died, Joe.
My hope has to do with Money in the Bank as well. I think this is the year, Joshua. I think this is the who? This is the year, JC, that one Samuel Zayn is going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. You ready? Why? Here we go. If you watched on Monday, folks, there was a backstage segment. Jey Uso, white tank top, hanging on to his title.
I knew you were going to.
Sami Zayn wearing a black tank top. Sami Zayn is going to turn on Jey Uso. And we're not going to have to worry about Logan Paul. We're not going to have to worry about Gunther. Sami Zayn is cashing in on Jey Uso. He is going to destroy that relationship. He is going to become world champion. Absolutely going to destroy Sami Zayn's life by cashing in on his best friend or his brother to finally get over the hump. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be a short reign because Seth Rollins is coming. Woo woo! But you mark my words. That's my hope. Sami Zayn, heel turn, cash in on his buddy, Jey Uso.
I like the thought, but he's not going to win. Seth is taking that title from Jey Uso. Sammy might turn on Jey, but he will be Seth's fucking lackey. I hope you're right. I hope you're right because I do not want Seth Rollins as world champion. That is the ultimate. JC doesn't want to watch Raw anymore because we have my least favorite time watching Raw as part of this podcast was his fucking reigns. He is so fucking boring. I'm sorry. Seth is fucking boring. If he didn't have this great song right now, everyone would have turned on him too. But he just gets naturally cheered because of that fucking song.
And he doesn't wear underwear, apparently.
Well, whatever. I kind of respect that.
Yeah. You go commando? Is that a personal question?
No, who doesn't? Sometimes you got to let it breathe, baby. Especially we're getting into summer weather, a little heat, you sometimes just put on the shorts and you just nothing underneath. You just let it fly, open up the door and let the breeze come in and go right up. Let it breathe.
I did that to myself.
You did. Yeah,
I really did.
I even hesitated.
I know.
You let the pregnant pause sit. So I'm like, well, he wants me to talk. So I'm going to talk.
We're balls deep in a conversation I don't want to be in.
Well, yeah. Lucky we are. We get to come back in Nestlemania. Don't call it a comeback. She didn't have the treasure chest. She didn't have the parasol. But my girl Kairi Sane is back. She was in a qualifier. She was unfortunately in the rain when Zoe blew out her knee. But we got a one-on-one match between Kairi and Rhea. Look at Kairi Sane is incredible. She's fucking a stud in that ring. It's good to have her back. I'm glad she's recovered from her injury. So no brainer for JC this week that Kairi Sane's getting my comeback.
When I saw her, I thought of you immediately. So I would have been upset if you didn't.
You already wrote in your comeback. You're like, JC's giving Kairi Sane the comeback.
Don't give it to her, Adam. Who the fuck is Adam? We know. I was going to give it to Julia going to SmackDown, my comeback. But then I'm like, wait a minute. We haven't done anything yet. Let's hold the break on that because she's still been underwhelming. So let's wait. I disagree
with that. This is another one of your weird takes. Is your anti-Julia-ness is very odd because
she hasn't done anything.
I don't know. She kind of won the NXT Women's Championship like in the league. Yeah. Yeah. Real stinker, Adam. In the best women's division. She fucking ended Roxanne's reign, which was one of the best ever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
She'll get there.
You are a hater.
No, I'm
not. No reason. No. And I think it's because she's part Italian, which I'm Italian. So you are a hater.
Here you go, waving your 100th of an eighth, or whatever you want to talk about, 1/60th of Italian. You're not even that Italian.
I think you'd be surprised.
Have you taken Ancestry.com? Have you done 23?
My fucking great-grandmother came on a boat in 1920.
Great-grandmother?
Yeah.
Great-grandmother?
Yeah. I fucking knew her the first 15 years of my life. She was alive.
Great-grandmother?
Yes.
Okay, that would make you what? Like 1/12th?
No, I'm 100%. Born in
lies. Fucking lies.
You know I have dual citizenship.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Italian great-grandchildren were eligible. My sister and I did it. Boom.
And you're 1/17th?
I'm 1/100th. I mean, I'm 100 over 1.
There you go. You're 1/100th. That's what you are.
Let's go, Katie.
It is what it is.
The Fever just erased at a 15-point deficit. Let's go.
Where are we in the program?
You got to give your comeback.
Oh, I gave my comeback to one Grayson Waller. He took a fucking beating against Sheamus. He hasn't done anything. I thought this was the most entertaining Austin Theory has been, watching him giggle as he's getting beat up by Sheamus. Sheamus does Sheamus things. The crowd loves Sheamus. But Waller was doing, he slapped the shit out of Sheamus. He was giving him left and rights and doing all sorts of stuff. I was just so proud of Grayson Waller because I felt like he's been kind of treading water, and he's always great on the microphone. Hasn't really done much since they lost the tag titles last year or whatever. And I was just thinking to myself, come on, man. We got to see Grayson Waller get back. I thought this was his best showing in a singles, and he got his music back, JC. So I think this is a clap out ticker tape. Was it ticker? How do you even say ticker tape parade? I can't even talk right now. I got mouth problems. But I was very excited to see Grayson Waller do some good stuff on Monday night. That's all. I just think it is what it is.
This was a great match. And the other part I loved about it is the crowd just loving Austin Theory on the outside. This is the breakup that never ends. They've been teasing it for literally a year. They've even teased it when they were a part of NXT for a little bit. But no, this was fun. It was fun. I love Grayson. I love watching him wrestle. He's the perfect guy for Sheamus because, like you said, he loves to take a beating. I even loved when he fucking had Sheamus in for the beats of the batter, and I thought that was a fucking fantastic spot. And obviously, Sheamus got out of it, reversed it, and did to him. So, but yeah, no, this was a great match.
The face turn for Theory saddens me. Joe,
Joe doesn't watch NXT, so
no,
he didn't get to see the way where Austin Theory was an incredible fucking babyface.
I think he needs to be a babyface.
Yeah, 100%. That's where this all was going. Always going.
He needs to be a babyface. Out of Joe, he's done everything he can. He's not believable as a heel. He just looks like a goofball.
He's also the crowd wants it.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to give the people what they want, Joseph. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's a party. He needs to be. What's the matter now?
If the Fever win, I hit my SGP because Aaliyah Boston got her 10th rebound. Let's fucking go. Fever up 1 with 10 seconds left. Miss. Oh, fuck, they fouled it. Okay. But we got to get to the big old finish, Nestlemania. You're probably going to hear me scream at some point, good or bad. But we'll start on SmackDown. We have a tag team title match between the Street Profits and Fraxium. We kind of discussed, we think there might be some schmozzy-wazzy there. But we do have Money in the Bank qualifiers on SmackDown. We have Nakamura taking on Nestle's boy, LA Knight, and Aleister Black. LA Knight's going to win that one. Money in the Bank.
You don't think Aleister Black is going to win?
No, because Melo's going to cost him because Melo don't miss.
Okay.
Other Money in the Bank qualifier, Charlotte, Julia, Zelina. That seems like, unfortunately for Julia, it'll be Charlotte. Who you got?
Let's give it to Julia.
I would love that, but I just said Charlotte. Charlotte not going to be in Money in the Bank? What else is she going to do?
Charlotte's going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
What if it's Zelina Vega?
I mean, she has the U.S. title, so I don't think she needs to be in it.
She's taking the pin then?
I don't know.
Can they really job out the U.S. champ?
It's not jobbing out if you get pinned in a qualifying match. Getting there's no such thing as. This is the thing I hate when you and your internet dorks be like, "This person got buried because they ate a pin."
I know that.
To eat a pin, Adam.
I know that. I'm just fucking with you. Whoa. So you can fucking just bury me all you want. Well, you're not even paying attention if I'm insulting you. Look at this fucking asshole. This is like watching a guy. He's going to lose his bet right now.
Holy shit. What a finish. No, an incredible block by fucking Brittany Griner. God damn it. If she was still in Russia, that wouldn't have happened.
Jesus Christ.
What a block.
Did you win or lose?
Oh, they lost.
So you didn't win?
Block. I mean, I had Aaliyah Boston 10 rebounds separate, so I'm up on this game, but I would have won fucking 150 if the SGP hit. Damn it. Fuck you, Brittany Griner. God damn it.
That's what happens.
I had a dream, and the Atlanta Dream took it away from me.
You have a problem.
Did you pick your men's match so I can move to Raw?
Yeah. We
LA
agree.
Knight.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure, whatever. Yeah.
Raw. We have Rusev and Tozawa. You're picking Tozawa. I'm picking
Tozawa, of course.
We have more Money in the Bank qualifiers. They didn't give them to us. And we have a triple threat tag team match between the New Day, the War Raiders, and the Creed brothers of American Made.
I don't care about this at all. I don't
care about you.
I don't know.
You don't like triple threat tag team matches?
I don't think this is necessary. Because the New Day is going to win. So it's a fast forward for me.
Okay, then they should just never wrestle on TV because it's not necessary. Unless if a title change happens, they should never wrestle.
I agree.
Yeah, they should just cancel Raw. Sorry, Netflix. We're not doing Raw anymore because Nestle doesn't think matches are necessary.
That's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Well, we might as well just skip Saturday night's main event then because the matches don't matter. But if
welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the show's made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's 4 matches, all men's matches, by the way. Because
shame. Why is nobody talking about that?
Also, no black wrestlers either. Actually, there's R-Truth. I lied. So there's 1, but no women. No women. Triple H. But yeah, Nestlemania, we have a steel cage match. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. Does Drew McIntyre just beat him again?
I mean, is this the 3rd time they've wrestled?
I have no. It's like the 15th time they've wrestled if you count all last year.
So. Priest won the 2nd one, didn't he? At Backlash?
I can't keep track of this shit, bro.
If it's a feud ender, I'm going with Mac.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be McIntyre. No, McIntyre beat him in the street fight at Backlash. Who won at WrestleMania?
Mac won at WrestleMania.
They fought at Backlash?
Yes.
Oh, I don't even fucking remember.
Do you remember in the Fatal 4-Way?
Oh, it was the Fatal 4-Way, so neither of them won. Okay. So yeah, no, give me McIntyre. Fuck it. We have a singles match between John Cena and R-Truth. It doesn't say it's for the title.
So
are you picking R-Truth?
No.
Yeah, give me fucking boring ass John Cena. Tag team match: M Punk and Sami Zayn taking on Braun Breaker and his shitty tag partner. Who you got?
I'm gonna pick the Braun Breaker Seth Rollins combo.
Same Z's. Main event singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso defends against Logan Paul. I mean, I would love to come on here and pick Logan Paul. But yeah, it's Jey Uso.
It is also Jey Uso. But however, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Let's just go on a hypothetical here. Do you think if Logan Paul ends up winning the World Heavyweight Championship at some point in his career, do you think him having it would make it feel like it would be almost on par with the Cody title? Okay, I'm just asking. I'm just wondering because Seth Rollins tried to do
that, then no one can do it.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
Rollins will make it feel like a mid-card title again.
But I'm just saying with the way that Logan Paul operates, that it's everywhere. He'll literally take it everywhere. That people have sex with it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know.
Requests.
Oh, come on. If you had a championship belt, you wouldn't have sex with it.
I would, but it's not where you want to see it.
No, I'm not saying I want to see it.
I do the fucking take a picture of myself naked with it like people do and all that shit. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Take pictures with it naked.
Yeah, let it cover my junk.
Okay,
so you know my balls are rubbing on the back of that title. So the next person who wins it,
you're
licking. They're licking my balls.
That's what Jacob Fatu is doing apparently. Is what it is going to be.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe a lot of women's match this bullshit, but if not, Nestlemania Sunday. We're going to start with NXT because there's less matches. As of now, there are 4. There will probably be a 5th. That'll probably happen by the time this is out. And yeah, but we can't pick it if we don't know it. Singles match, Nestlemania for the family. Tony D'Angelo takes on Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Who you got?
I'm going to say Stacks wins this one.
I feel like he has to, because if not, like, what's the point? I also think this is the exit for Tony, because I think the whole family is going to join Stacks. I think Luca will help Stacks, and maybe even Rizzo will help Stacks here and break Tony's heart and hopefully send him to the main roster at some point.
I mean, it's time for the draft, so there you go.
Yeah, there we go. So we both are picking Stacks. Singles match for the TNA World Championship. This is a wild fucking universe we're living in. Joe Hendry, who I believe in, defends against Trick Williams Nestlemania. You know, I'll leave this one off because I got a hot take. I kind of said it a few weeks ago. I said, is this finally going to be the first time where someone from the other show wins it? I could see it. I could see Trick Williams winning the TNA World Championship. So I'm going to do it. JC's going to put himself on the limb there, and I'm going to pick Trick Williams to be your new TNA World Champion. And sorry, Joe Hendry, but he doesn't believe in you anymore.
Joe Hendry hasn't won a match on NXT as the champion, right? Like,
I don't think he's. I think he was just part of a tag match as champion. I don't think he's defended it before.
I'm going to pick Joe Hendry because I feel like the guy needs a big win, and I mean, it would be great if it would make more sense for Trick Williams to win. But I'm confident in that they're doing Joe a service here by having him win and go over. So that's my thought.
We shall see. You're on. I'm right. Singles match, NXT Women's Championship. My favorite, Stephanie Vaquer defends her title against Jordan Grace. Give me Stephanie. Easy work.
Stephanie Vaquer is going to roll until she doesn't want to roll anymore, baby.
Well, until she rolls onto that main roster, but no need to rush her. Let her dominate. Let the other girls settle in and then bring her up later. And then Nestlemania, we have the main event. I'm assuming it's the main event. In the wildest match you will ever see in the main event. Singles match for the NXT Championship. Oba Femi defends against Miles Bourne and not Nestlemania. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone told me that Miles Bourne is dating Stephanie Vaquer. And I was like, is this the best month of this motherfucker's life? He gets Stephanie Vaquer and a world title opportunity. No wonder he's getting a push. HBK is like, bro, I respect your game. Go get beat up by Oba. I'm taking Oba.
That was a long soliloquy. until we got to the finish. But that was good. I like that. Obo all the way. I think Miles did a great job last week in the promo saying, I don't want to be known for my disability. I want to be known for my ability. I thought that was a nice little touch. Obviously, he's going to be compared to Randy Orton his entire life.
That's not a bad thing.
No, I mean, hey. It
means you're handsome as fuck.
Yeah, well.
You know what? I'm all in on Miles board. I've loved this story since they started it. He was someone that I just kind of nothing because I didn't really know much about him. I'm like, oh, he's just part of this weird-ass faction. But his performance the last month when leading up to it, where I was kind of like, they kind of leading up to something here, and then him winning, and then the last week that promo, I'm like, I'm all in on this guy. I think he's great. There's something there with him. I don't know where it goes or how it takes, but right now I'm enjoying the ride.
All right,
Nestlemania, and we finish where we always love to finish. AEW. I'm sure bullshit's happening Wednesday. As of now, there's only 6 matches, so there will probably be 3 more matches and a pre-show match added on Wednesday. Or Saturday, because I think this is on Sunday. But we have 6. We will predict right now. Oh, okay. This is a stretcher match between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. I missed this. I missed how this happened. I didn't even know this was a thing. I don't know why it's a stretcher match.
Let's call it what it is. Anytime Mark Briscoe is on the television, JC is not a fan. He's a shamer of a Briscoe. That's all I'm going to say about.
I mean, I just
Ricochet move on.
Doesn't do much for me, but I'm picking Ricochet.
Of course you are. I'm also picking Ricochet.
Yeah. Oh, of course you are. Oh, I'm gonna do the same thing. Duh. But why is this a stretcher match? Can you answer me?
Because these guys have been beating the shit out of each other. That's why. They've been putting each other in an ambulance. All right. They're going to put somebody in an ambulance. There you go.
It's fucking stupid. Dumb. Tony Khan logic.
He also beat up Zach Gowen, by the way. You could have given your comeback to Zach Gowen this week, but that's okay.
I could have, but then I would have had to talk about AEW, and I only like to talk about hurting people, which they are on this card. We'll get there. We have a tag team match, though, non-title. FTR, Cashflow, and Dax Harwood with Stokely take on Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. What the fuck is this?
Non-title. They don't have titles.
That's what I said. I said this is a non-title match with the title match later.
But you would imply that the non-title would be that they're the champion.
I'm sure they have a title. There's like 5,000 titles in AEW. Someone in this match probably has a fucking bullshit title because there's about 80 titles in AEW and Ring of Honor.
You need to calm down.
Who are you picking? It's FTR. Yeah. Nigel McGuinness. Go back in the booth, buddy. Singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Toni Storm with Luther takes on Mina Shirakawa. Toni Storm, rinse and repeat until she faces Mercedes.
I will say this much. This was the first time last week that I can recall, and I'm sure Joe will correct me because he's Mr. fucking Dynamite. This is the first time that someone's ever won an AEW title eliminator match. Because that's what happened. And now Mira's got a match. It's fucking ridiculous.
I gave her my comeback. She's officially all elite. Love her, but
I do love her too. But I mean, like, what the fuck are we doing here?
That is funny that someone actually won a title eliminator match. Because yeah, that's probably, if we look at the stats, they were probably owing a million before that.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I would think so. Toni Storm's gonna win, but that's okay.
Yes. Next up, tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We heard people. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the champions with MVP, take on the Sons of Texas. Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, who I think are the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, or they were. Yeah. But yeah, they're getting hurt. It's the Hurt business. MJF would probably do some shit here. But yeah, they hurt people. They win the titles. They defend.
They definitely hurt people, and I kind of chuckled when I watched on Wednesday, just watching this whole thing happen. I will say this much. I was very upset because I think you and I had to discuss this privately. I don't know if we said it on the program or not, but it should have been Bob versus MJF. And if MJF won, he was in the syndicate. But the fact that he was just in it was just like, okay, well, there you go. That MJF is not on the card now. So, like, whatever.
He's going to be part of this match.
Great. Wonderful.
Don't worry. I wouldn't worry about MJF Nestlemania. It's the best part of AEW right now. I wouldn't worry about MJF.
Joe's saying there's other eliminator winners. So I'll take your word for it, Joe, because who the fuck watches Collision?
It probably happened on Collision or Rampage.
Yeah.
All right, we have the 2 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Cup Thingamajigger whatever finals. The winner will earn a world title championship at All In. We'll start with the women. I have been looking forward to this match for a very long time. It is Jamie Hayter. It is Mercedes Moné. It will be a banner, and Mercedes Moné will win because Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm is the match that we've all been waiting for in AEW, and we're going to get it at All In.
Give me Moan.
Money talks.
Bullshit walks. She's winning, and
yep.
She don't lose. So it's what it is. I will say before you get to the men's, I'm fairly certain on Wednesday there's going to be anarchy in the arena with the fucking Gabe Kid and the Death Riders. That it's not technically on the fucking the sheet here.
They'll add it. It's gonna be fucking the Death Riders and the Bucks versus fucking all the Swerves team.
How did you feel about Samoa Joe in a cage against John Moxley?
You want to know how much of that match I watched?
I'm gonna guess 0.
0.001%. I literally fast forward to the end, just see the nonsense and turn it off. I can't think of a match I would care about less than that. And the fact that it was in a steel cage, it was just like, oh, they're trying to make me not watch.
Okay.
Then we have the last match is the men's final. Hangman Adam Page takes on Will Ospreay. Nestlemania, who you got?
Ospreay.
You're on. It's Adam Hangman Page, baby.
Okay. Is it because it's in Texas?
Yes. That's literally the reason why I've been saying it for months. All in Texas. Hangman main event against John Moxley.
You know what just occurred to me? I don't know how
this. If they do a London show later in the year, that'll be Ospreay Moxley because Moxley's probably gonna fucking beat Hangman.
Wow. Okay.
It's fun. I don't think this guy's ever gonna lose the fucking title at this point.
There was a weird thing in my head. I think it was two chains of thought here. It was for Hangman and the Owen, and it made me think of Jeff Jarrett. Didn't he sign like a 1-year contract and he's like hasn't wrestled since?
Yeah. Well, he started feuding with MJF, and then we all said how horrible it was because we don't want to see fucking old man Jeff, and he just stopped being on television.
We know that Hangman's from Virginia, Joe. We're just making a comment that a cowboy winning in Texas would be interesting, or having a cool Texas entrance would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm still picking
Remember I used to do the horse thing and all that?
Imagine the people had to clean up the horse shit after. That must be terrible.
That's probably why they stopped doing it, because they're like, Tony, you don't pay us enough to pick up the shit from this fucking horse.
Do you ever watch parades when people have to like have the pooper scoopers behind it?
Disgusting.
You couldn't pay me enough.
It's one of those things. It's like people are like, oh, you want to ride in this trolley done by horses? Like, no, because I'm sitting behind them, which means I'm going to watch them just fucking shit whenever they want. I don't need to watch that. I don't want to watch fucking shit come out of a horse.
Yeah, I would throw up for sure. Just like
I didn't throw up. It's just like, ugh. And it fucking stinks because guess what? They're big fucking animals. That is big fucking shit.
So you like big fucking meaty men, but you don't like big fucking animals. Okay.
I don't want to watch the big meaty men take big meaty shits.
Nobody wants.
So why would I want to watch a fucking horse do it?
That was not on my bingo card today, talking about horse shit, but here we are.
Yeah,
horse shit in AEW. It is what it is. We went through 3 predictions pretty quickly, I'll say.
Yeah, I feel a lot of them are pretty straightforward. So,
oh man, this is gonna be rough. This whole weekend's gonna be rough. All right. Well, anything else?
There's a lot of wrestling because we have 3-hour SmackDown, a 2-hour Saturday main event, and then NXT and AEW. I'm assuming are head to head, and AEW will probably be like 7 hours, and NXT will be like 2.5.
God damn it. All right. Anyway, are you good? You want to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Same time next week. Well, maybe earlier next week.
We'll find out. I don't know. Anyway, who knows, right? I'm not even going to say what that comment was. Anyway, on that note, thank you for listening and watching the Jobber Knocker podcast. We'll be back next week, folks, with some more Jobber Knockery.